Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Reiki Reflect. My name is Angie, and tonight is our third episode, and we'll be discussing about twin flames and soulmate connections to help you gain a better understanding on what you are going through. Because I want to assure you, you are not alone in this. Well, I guess the first question will be, what is a twin flame? A twin flame is a term of a mirror soul or a soul connection. A twin flame is the other half of your soul. It is theorized that a soul can be split into two after ascending to a higher frequency. Thereafter, the soul lands into two different bodies. So, you and your twin, or one soul split into two bodies. Now, if you compare a twin flame versus a soulmate, it's important to note that a twin flame is someone who is made from the same energy, like the same kind of energy as you. You're on the same energy wavelength with this person. But you and a soulmate is someone who has never existed in fusion with you, like a twin flame. So a soulmate connection, they are highly significant, but an encounter with a twin flame is on a whole other level completely. Usually a twin flame, more so than none, will lead to romance. And soulmate connections, however, can manifest a romance and also like an intense friendship. So soulmates can be just as good as a twin flame because you can have a romantic or just a friendship with someone. They usually make up for lifelong companions, so to speak. But a twin flame, you're destined to be together. This is the other half of your soul, and you're just simply not complete until you meet your twin flame. Now, we're going to talk about like the most common twin flame signs. So, the first sign is intuitively knowing what the other person is doing, feeling, or thinking about. You can find that they can detect the same things about you. So it's like your twin flame always knows how you're feeling, how you're thinking, and vice versa. So it makes for, once a union happens, it makes for perfect communication. Now, another common sign is sharing many of the same interests, values, hobby, preferences. So for example, your twin flame probably has a lot of books in your favorite genre. Similarly, you likely gravitate towards the same food as well. So basically, in short term, you're twins. You like the same things. I mean, yes, you can have differences, that's just normal. Being in the body that your soul is going to have different preferences as well. But ultimately, you guys will have a lot of things in common. And to me, I've noticed the core of it is having the same values or the same outlook or beliefs in life. Not so much like the common of food and things like that. Small things, not so much, but I feel like your inner self of your core beliefs are genuinely the same. Now, the third twin flame sign can often be like having the same thoughts or emotions at the same time, even if you're in different places. When you're together in person, this may result in you saying the same thing at almost the same exact time. That is, usually you see that after the two of you complete your spiritual awakening and experience oneness. Because keep in mind, all these things are talking about after you kind of start your spiritual awakening. Because if you didn't start your spiritual awakening and you met your twin flame, the odds are you having that communication to where you're going to know what each other's thoughts are, how they're feeling on a more physical level is going to be very slim. Because when you meet your twin flame and you haven't begin the spiritual awakening process, the odds are that there's going to be a lot of animosity and turmoil between the two of you. But we're going to get to that next. All right. The next common twin flame sign is a strong physical pull. To be touched and close, whether it's a romantic or a platonic setting. You just gravitate towards each other, and this has a lot to do with an infinite loop. Because it also means that no matter how many years have gone by, no matter what you've been through, what your twin been through, the two of you will always end up back to each other. And when you are with each other, you physically just want to be close. Now, another common sign is having the same dreams at night and frequently appearing in each other's dreams. Sometimes your dreams will only overlap in theme, but the core message and feeling will be similar. Now, this one, I don't know how I feel about it. This is just some common signs that you can find floating around the internet. But from my perspective, often twin flames are not going to talk about every dream. So you don't know exactly what your twin is dreaming. But you can feel your twin in your dream on a very real level. I know myself going through just growing up and long before I met my twin flame, I used to dream of a person. I didn't know who this person was, but it was a reoccurring dream. And as I gotten older, I realized that it was, in fact, my twin flame. Although the appearance of the person in my dream did not look anything at all like my twin flame, I just learned how to resonate with it and really done dream interpretations on myself as I got older, because I started having these dreams back when I was like 9-10 years old. So at that time, I didn't really know much about dream interpretation or what it was. I just knew this person kept reoccurring in my dream. And then later on, I realized it was my twin. And then you will realize as well, like if you have that kind of a conversation with your twin, how they would experience the same thing as far as dreaming about you before meeting you, but not realizing it was you the whole time until after upon meeting. Because I did find out eventually that my twin also dreamt of someone as a kid while they was growing up, and it took us a long time to realize that, but we finally talked about that, and it was just a weird moment. It's like I was just casually talking about a dream, and then my twin just is like, well, here, let me show you this blog I wrote a long time ago. And it was like dated many years ago when my twin was a kid. And it was my twin writing about a dream and this person he kept dreaming about. And then we realized that we were dreaming about each other when we didn't even know we existed. So to me, that's pretty amazing. But I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here. Another common sign of twins are feeling like you can easily communicate without speaking out loud. And this is true. I 100% believe that because I experienced that. A simple glance will often be enough to tell what your twin flame thinks about what's going on around you. Of course, it makes sense because you guys share the same soul. Another sign is understanding complex or hidden parts about each other. This can be uncomfortable at first, but at the same time, comforting. But it can also be deeply liberating, and validating. You just have to get over that hump of feeling uncomfortable speaking on a sensitive topic for you. But you will feel that once you talk about your deepest, let's say, secrets with your twin, it is definitely very liberating. And the amount of trust you will have with your twins, even before union takes place, you will always have that sense of trusting each other, because what I've noticed most with twin flames is that they become really good lifelong friends before the union happens. That's not everyone, of course. Everyone's path is different, but that's just something what I notice is pretty common with twin flames. So another common sign is like sharing some of the same vulnerabilities or weaknesses. There's times where you may see some of your old faults in your twin, and you have some of your present difficulties highlighted by the way this person behaves. So you definitely will see that you guys share ultimately the same, let's call them bad qualities. But through twin flames, the whole meaning of twin flames is about spiritual growth and reaching your higher self, so that you and your twin can ultimately overcome the faulty parts about you. And then the last common sign is feeling like it's safe and natural to be your authentic self around this person. And this is where your higher self comes into play. Being with your twin flame breaks you down completely to where it's almost painful. To where that you can be your authentic self, to be who you really are. If you're normally shy, a twin flame will quickly make you feel comfortable enough just to be you. So that's the beautiful thing about twin flames and soulmates in general. When we have that strong connection through energy, it's easy to be who we are. And we feel like it's okay to take our mask off. That's something beautiful about twin flames and soulmates. Now, we're going to talk about what a lot of people tend to look up and hold on near and dear to their heart, because this is where we get most of our hope from when it comes to union with our twin flame. So we're going to talk about 11 signs that you're with your twin flame or soulmate, or that the union is close. And some of these are debatable, and I will tell you where I resonate with these just from personal experience through my personal life and my professional life as well. Now, number one is when you think you met your twin flame or soulmate, there is zero negativity, sadness, anger. There is no neediness or obsession. There is only a feeling of love and harmony. All lower vibrations have been cleared out, and you feel a sense of renewal within yourself. You just know union is yours and that you are headed there. So that's something I want you to take the time to think about. This is when you know your union is close. When you feel that selfless love for your twin. Don't try to force it. Just when that naturally happens. And this will happen through your spiritual awakening. Now, another sign of when the union is close is when you are happy, excited, and elated for no apparent reason. Not much has transpired or changed in your immediate surroundings or circumstances. You are just happy. You are radiating love without any conditions causing you to do so. In any other words, you have now become unconditional. So right before union happens, basically all these things I'm going to be talking about next and the two previous ones are the positive benefits of going through your spiritual awakening, and to let you know that you grew and you came so far from where you started, your gift, is to be reunited with the other half of your soul. So that's basically how I like to look at things. Now, a next sign that the union is close is that you are no longer being chased all day, every day by repeating numbers of synchronicity. And I know how much we love synchronicity in numbers. I still love them, even though I completed my spiritual awakening, but I guess one can never finish growing when it comes to being spiritual. It's always something new to learn. Many people find comfort in signs of synchronicity, but they are actually there for a course of correction. So this is my favorite sign, I can tell you, because they're there for a course of correction, and that they are there to assist you to get onto your path to your union. So 111 or 1111 will still be present, but the bombardment of the signs will lessen because you are now on the correct path. So when we see 444 and 222, 111, 1111, and all these signs, synchronicity numbers, they are reminders for you to keep going, that you are on the right path. The decisions you made that day, or the changes that you made in your life, are going to lead you to a higher good. Because in order for you to succeed in your spiritual awakening and to become in union with your twin flame, you have to understand the importance of all of this. It's not to be in love with someone. It's that so you can be your higher self and be happy, whole heart, mind, and soul from the inside out. So that's something that we need to understand. And these synchronicity numbers help us as a reminder that this change you done today was good. This outlook that you looked at differently was a positive change for you. Whatever changes that you make in your life, and you see those numbers, it's a sign to keep going. So just keep that in mind whenever you feel insecure or unsure about yourself. Now, another sign is many, if not all, aspects of your life have fallen into harmony and union. Your financial situation, living conditions, and working life are all up to your standards. And you are very comfortable and happy exactly where you are. So that's something you need to also think about. In order for union to take place and for your spiritual growth to be its higher self, you have to focus on you solely. Because like I said, Twin Flames is about spiritual growth. So instead of worrying so much about your twin flame and where your twin flame is at, express that selfless love and know that you love your twin flame without asking anything in return. And the reason why you have to focus on yourself is for this simple fact. Twin flames are one soul split into two bodies. You have to learn to love yourself 100% fully. Love everything about you in order for you to love your twin flame, and vice versa. Why, you may ask? Because your twin flame and you are one person. You cannot love your twin flame if you don't love yourself, because your twin flame is you. So I hope you understand that, and that will help you in your spiritual journey. Another sign is when you're able to manifest almost anything at a drop of a hat, not only for you, but others as well. So this is a sign that your third eye is awakened and you're really connected with the universe around you. And manifestation is a very real thing. So put the effort and focus on the type of life you want to manifest for yourself, Because yes, we all are the makers of our own destiny. We are all on our own spiritual path. But it is up to us and what we do with that spiritual path. And that's where manifestation comes into place. And we'll touch on another podcast about manifestation and what it means to really understand it. Another sign is you have successfully processed through the dark night of the soul. And I will make a separate podcast for that. So I feel like this whole twin flame soulmate session is going to be 3 parts long. Is what I'm guessing, to try to get them all in under 30 minutes. But yes, we will definitely touch that topic on another episode, because that is a whole topic in itself, a whole podcast in itself. Because I'm already at 20 minutes here. The next sign you are close to union is you are in full understanding that there is nothing outside of yourself. You are completely aware that however you are feeling within yourself is what gets mirrored back through your communications. You take full responsibility of your life and that you are living, and you are no longer placing any blame over there or on that person, especially not on your twin flame. You are fully realized and you know that everything you experience or have ever experienced was simply a projection of your thoughts and feelings being made through manifestation. So basically what that means is life is not difficult. It's what we do that makes it difficult for us. It's the actions that we make that cause difficulties to happen. Learning to control that state is something we are going to work on together. So don't worry. We have many topics to come. This is the 8th sign. Aside from a few bumps here and there, your interactions with people around you are very harmonious. You have no more drama with anyone in your life. And those that you have been having misunderstandings with have either mended or have fallen away completely. So this means that you eliminated all the drama that was creating and manifesting blockages and negativity in your life. So you either repaired those drama-filled relationships or you let go of them completely. For me, mine was my marriage. I finally accepted that I couldn't mend it, so I had to let it go. Not caring, I guess I should say that was not a part of my union, but that was more a part of my realization of becoming spiritually aware. The 9th sign is not caring so much anymore about whether or not you and your twin unite. It's going to sound weird, but wow. It's not that you stop caring as much as you used to about the union. This is a sign that you have become whole and complete within, and you now no longer need anyone else to save or complete you. You are whole and in harmony within, which then allows you, your outer reality, to mirror this back to you. When this takes place, this is where I say to love yourself completely. The faster you get that done, the faster a union will take place. Because when you focus on that area of your life, you are so happy with the way things are around you that you no longer feel like you need to depend on someone else to make you feel fulfilled. Now, number 10, If any arguments or misunderstandings or hurt feelings do arise surrounding your twin flame, you immediately look within yourself to see what is being mirrored back to you. You quickly and efficiently do the work to identify the underlying lack belief that you are holding and clear it out in order to move forward. You do not blame your twin or anyone else when a situation arises. You do not lash out. You hold up your metaphorical mirror and look at yourself instead. So I do this still a lot. I remember when this started for me. Anytime a situation occurred, I try to see it from my perspective. And I try to figure out what can I gain from this situation rather than placing blame on how I was feeling. So I took the situations, I learned from them, which then helped me to grow. The last one I'm going to try to go over really quickly because we're already at 25 minutes. 11. You are a match to union, basically. You are feeling within yourself the way you expect union to feel, even though it hasn't occurred yet. This makes you a magnet for union and will draw the experience to you. You are now at an identical vibrational frequency with your union. So that means you are feeling the union before the actual union is taking place. So you and your twin are finally connected spiritually, although not physically, and are vibrating on the same energy frequency. So you and your twin are both feeling what it would be like to be in union together without physically being in union, which to me, that in itself is truly amazing. And you all will experience that soon. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to quickly restart the next part of the podcast. So thank you for listening to the signs of twin flames and soulmates, and we're going to touch more detailed on twin flames in the next episode, which I'm going to upload all 3 of them at one time so you can listen to them all. So thank you again for listening to Reiki Reflect. My name is Angie, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.